Hello, anybody home? Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Good whatever time it might be in your location. Feel free to call if you have time to do so. We're gonna be here for at least 60 minutes. Talking about the craziness that's going on in the Chelsea community this morning. Feel free to join us by clicking on the link and have your say. The show is for the people, by the people. Smash the like. The more you like, the more people will join us. We're gonna be here at least for 60 minutes. An hour. Yeah, not half an hour. An hour or a little bit more if we have a lot of engagement and people are asking questions. So that's the way it is. Hello everybody, tell us where are you from and we're gonna give you a shout, and feel free to join us clicking this link and you will be live for free. Thank you for stopping by. God bless you, and we're gonna discuss about football this morning. And I don't know if people can hear me and they can see me. If so, please say it. Give us some feedbacks before we continue, or before we even start. Give us some feedbacks, okay? So while I'm trying to fix everything on the screen, okay, everything fixing stuff. We hear and see you. Shop is the word that we used to use in the South Africa. Shop, man. Shop. That's how we used to say back in the day. Back in my time. In the Josie city. Josie country. Mr. People's Republic. So we have a lot of stuff to cover this morning. Victor Osimhen on loan. First of all, David Onston said it will be on loan with option to buy. And then Ben Jacobs came back after a few minutes to say, no, it's going to be obligation to buy if Chelsea qualify for the Champions League. For how much that obligation is, we don't know. People have been speculating about the amount. Nobody really knows how much that amount is going to be if we have to keep him permanently. Get in the comment, let us know what do you think about the deal. Do you think this is BS? Or you think this is interesting because there's no obligation, and we can send him back if he doesn't work out. It's very cold inside. It's summer, but because of my house, it's so cold inside. Air conditioning, because if I turn it off, people are gonna kill me. They always complain about the heat where I don't feel the heat. So the air conditioning need to be on all the time. People's Republic, let's go.
Good afternoon. It's 25 past 2.
Oh, wow.
My part of the world. I don't know what time it is your America there. But,
depend on your location. 7:30 almost a.m.
Okay.
in certain part. But if you go to... which is funny is, like, if I drive like 20 miles from where I am, it's already in Central Time. So there is
Eastern
the time.
Central.
So you have a different time, like 2 hours difference already. Like you drive for a few minutes only, and then you are in a different time zone. So
It could be worse if you went down to, like Tahiti down that side there. You can actually 10, 15 minutes one side you one day, 15 minutes the other side you another day.
yeah,
And they have the date line, international date line. So it could be even worse. So that would really, really confuse you. But yeah, yes, but I don't know. I'm still with this Maresca. I said to you after the first game at halftime, fire him, and nobody was laughing. So you can't fire him. I said, this guy he's going to flop badly at Chelsea. It's going to be a disaster. I don't know what they were thinking of getting rid of Poch. That was just not well thought through. And here we are back to square one, back to the same old nonsense. And we bought all these players. You've got to make them first gel to merge and reunite, find the team spirit, get to know each other, and all that blah blah. All that stuff takes time, the chemistry and all that. And then at the same time, if they're not really playing well, if they can't find their chemistry, or just then the manager's under pressure. And it's all going to take some time, and it's all going to be a horrible start of the season again, like we saw last year, the year before. There is no continuity. We just change. Change is not always the best thing, as you know, in life. Sometimes stability, a bit like in a relationship, in a marriage, it takes time. When you first get married or first get to know each other, to get to the feel of each other. Then once you're stable, yes, and then you can cement the relationship, and then it will last. But like this, will be just completely panic buying left, right, and center. I don't know what the hell there's just I don't know. I don't recognize. I think to Mr. Ice said that very nicely. I don't recognize this club. Who are these people? What is this team? Where is the what is the DNA of it? What is the do you recognize it? I don't. So it's sometimes very hard. Yes, we just got used to Jacksons. We just got used to Mudryks and Mudrykes and all these players, which when they first arrived, we didn't know who the hell they were. Now, when we went and bought another 7 new players, plus you want to bring in this guy Osimhen to then compete with who's this guy here? The one who's always injured, the one you love very much, the centre forward.
Injured, Broja. Oh.
No, the other one, our black friend, our black brother.
He got injured, Nkunku.
Nkunku, that one there, that's the one. Now Nkunku, you're watching him. He looks like he's finding fitness. He looks like he's slowly about to find his, his confidence and all that. And you don't bring in Osimhen to compete with him. What do you think it will do to his confidence? It will completely destroy him. Right? What do Chelsea always do to strikers? We always destroy strikers, and I just don't know if Nkunku is going to cost like Osimhen is going to cost like 100 million or whatever. Is it really worth it? That means you're going to have to sell people like Gallagher and people like our friend there, the defender. I like him. What's the central? The one who can play right back and centre back. What's his name? Homegrown player, Gallagher Academy. Koban. What's his name?
Chalobah.
Chalobah. You're going to have to sell him. So all these players which we have got from our, you're going to have to sell to finance Osimhen because of FFP. Is it really worth it? This is the question. Is it worth the money? I don't know. I just think it sounds like a bad idea to me, but maybe I'm just old.
Yeah, it's a lot of questions and no answers at the moment because nothing is working. And a lot of changes, too much changes in a very short period of time. Not good always. I think it could be better if we go slowly and surely, step by step, and not try to change everything the same time because it's just creating this big gap in terms of quality. We are bringing a lot of people. Quantity is there, but the quality,
I remember what you said some time ago. I think 1.5 years ago, and I have a very good memory. And you were talking about Man City, and you were pointing out how Man City was doing their business. They only bring in one player for every transfer window maximum, and then they get rid of maybe two, and they have a stability, they have a system, style of play, they don't panic buy. And while Chelsea, we just think, the guy's got a good TikTok.
Yeah.
We're going to buy him. And I think that's you watch Liverpool haven't signed anybody. Has Man United signed? I don't know. Arsenal
Yes,
signed
they
one
signed. United actually are doing a very good job. They signed 2 so far, and they're working on other target. They signed the Dutch guy. Dutch guy called Zisk, Joshua Zisk. It's difficult to pronounce, but Zisk. Yeah. So that guy from. And then they signed another one, my own brother from France, Eleni Euro, 18 years old. They overpaid, but I think in the long term, it's worth it. 18 years old for 70 million centre back. But he plays like a very old man, though. He's calm on the ball. Very, very good. He got football IQ. Unfortunately, the last game, he got injured. I don't know how bad it is. And that's it. And they are working on Delete from Bayern Munich. They are working on Manuel Ugarte from PSG.
Okay.
And who else? I think Braithwaite from Everton. Kind of 50-50. They don't know if they're gonna go back there because Everton want money. If you paid 80 million for Maguire and you just paid 70 million on 18 years old, don't expect us to do you a favor. So you pay money or get out. So
Everton is desperate for money. They got financial issues there with their owner. Wasn't as rich wasn't as wealthy as he thought he was, and Everton's got big debts. Plus, because they're paying.
Yeah, but they are making some good businesses, getting rid of some players at the moment. They are building a new stadium. I think there's a little bit of stability over there at Everton, but they just sold Amadou Onana.
That's right. Who bought him, Amadou Onana? Where did I can't remember? I saw that. Where did he go? What club?
Aston Villa.
Yeah, that's right. Aston Villa. They bought a lot of good players. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think they are coming there. They avoided another financial fair play issue and point deduction because they sold some players and they are bringing some new players here and there. So I think but they should be fine. Everton.
And they have a good manager who is used to having no budget, no money to spend.
Good manager in that level, in that kind of situation. That's what he did at. He was at Burnley for years. He kept them in the Premier League for almost 10 years. Qualified them for Europa League. So he didn't really get the credit he deserves because he need to deal with what he got in hand, and that's why people will say he play Brexit football, pie and chips football, like throw the ball in the box, physicality, let fight, nick a goal, park the bus, get 3 points. They just want to frustrate the opposition. But you can understand, this is what I got in hand. I can't compete with you. I don't have the same budget as you, so I gotta do what I gotta do to win a game. So yeah, Sean Dyche.
Obviously, these teams, Sean Dyche, you can say what you want about him. His teams are always very compact, defend very well. Maybe they lack, obviously, attacking creativity, but they're very, very solid. They're very hard to beat. And maybe that's you saw that game against Chelsea versus Celtic. You saw how easy the Celtic just played through our defense as if there were some kind of non-league football. It was embarrassing, really, really, really embarrassing. I looked at it and thought, oh my God, is this the level Chelsea are defending? What happens when you play a Man City, a Liverpool, Tottenham, Tottenham, the Highline Tottenham, we are going to get smashed every single game. So Maresca, in life sometimes it humbles you. I think this is another one of your expressions. You say life we learn by being humble. So we learn through experiences what's happened to us, and we adapt. If anybody you adapt and change yourself to suit the environment. And if Maresca does not adapt very, very, very quickly and not abandonment, sort of like going to compromise, you have to compromise with his style there that, hey, there's also such a thing as defending. There's also such a thing as not leaving yourself wide open. He will not last till Christmas. This is where you got to, he better adapt very quickly. And this is not the championship, playing Leicester in the championship, playing against the other teams, which maybe not so good. This is the Premier League. Premier League teams, they find out very quickly how your strengths, your weaknesses, and once one team has exposed you, every other team is going to do exactly the same thing. So he had better think of plan B very quickly, or else he's not going to last. And I don't know. And I don't know if it's a good idea to be even buying all these players. I don't know if he's the one who recommended they buy all these players, or it's the board or whoever. But if it's him...
Well, the board been buying players for years now. And back then, they didn't even know they're going to have Enzo Maresca. All I can say is, if Osimhen comes, I see that they are backing also the manager. If the manager asks for a more mature number 9 and they bring Osimhen, that means that the theory about, yes, man, you have no words, you're not going to have any power here, is just like out of the door, because it will show that they are backing the manager. They backed him.
So what happened? Okay, let me ask another question. If they bring Osimhen in, just for in case it happens, so you got Jackson, you got Mudryk, you got Guy, you got obviously Cole Palmer, you got Mudryk. One of those guys is going to have to go on loan or get sold or something, because you can't have. There's no space for all those players.
Yeah.
Who's going to lose out? I think Mudryk definitely looks like he's going to be a big loser and all that.
He need to go on loan. He need to play week in and week out, even in a smaller team, so he can develop. Send him back to Shakhtar or send him to Marseille, so he can work with the Zerbi, who is the manager there, who said that Mudryk is going to be the Ballon d'Or one day. So send him there on loan. I don't think anybody is going to pay the salary that he's on at Chelsea. Probably 100k a week. I think Chelsea might take charge of half of that, because nobody really in their right mind will pay that kind of money to Mudryk. Let's be honest. The money that we are spending on them. And whoever decided or scouted that guy, he won't go to heaven. He won't see the kingdom of God. The money you pay 88 million on somebody we never even heard any link before. Less than 12 hours, he was already at Chelsea. Everything that we knew from the beginning is he been tweaking. He wanted Arsenal. He was posting Arsenal pictures on Instagram, posting himself watching Arsenal games. It was Arsenal 24/7. All of a sudden, out of the blue, oh no, because Arsenal want him, he must be something. Let's go and hijack him. They flew with a private jet. We're not going back to London without you. We're taking you to London. They literally kidnapped him, brought him to London. Look at him. He looks like not happy. Even his smile look like not genuine, Looks like somebody who doesn't want to be there. I don't know if that is his body language, his habit, because some people are like that. Like Ozil, he's always like sad and depressed. But some people, you will see really a lot of energy in their faces. That's the kind of people that I want to hang out with.
You mean to say he looks like he's been kidnapped?
Yeah, it looks like he's been forced to come to Chelsea. So whoever did the scouting, I don't believe that anybody did any scouting. Because I remember years ago, before even I knew he was a professional football, I was actually watching him on Instagram because of freestyling. He can do those tricks and step over and those little things that TikTok people loves. He used to do it, and I never ever thought he was going to be a professional football player. I think, this guy is just having fun in the park, on the beach. Some of the tricks that he can pull off, oh my goodness, beautiful to watch. But that is not enough. To play football, you need football IQ. You need to understand the space. You have to understand the team, the system. It looks like he's always lost on the pitch. He doesn't know where to go, what to do. He doesn't cross the ball properly. Even his dribbles, not really that much. He need a lot of space in front of him. And if he need to score, it need to be like sudden, out of the blue. If he doesn't think what to do next, boom, 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 he score a goal. But when it comes to thinking ahead and say, okay, this is what I'm gonna do, come up with a game plan, not there. The brother is not there. So whoever scouted that guy needs to repent. Otherwise, he's not going to the kingdom of heaven.
I think I think he's one of those players that needs constant reassurance. So in other words, you would constantly have to put your hand on his shoulder. You constantly have to tell him you're good enough. He has probably a very low, especially now at the moment, he's very low self-belief, and he needs to build him up mentally, psychologically. But I think we saw flashes towards the end of last season that there is a player in that guy. There is some player there, but you just got to dig it out. And I don't think Maresca is going to dig it out. If anything, he's going to bury him. And he's just one of those. He needs a good run, needs confidence, and there's no point just bringing him on as a substitute or whatever. He's one of those. He has to play from the start, game after game, and then you will see what 80 whatever million player it will emerge, but it will take time. It's not going to happen. It's not instant coffee with that guy there. The same thing we saw with people like Jackson. And Jackson took some time to settle down and to find
the difference
level.
with people like Jackson is they understand already football. I don't know how to explain it. He understands football. It's just not working for him like now. But people like Mudryk, he doesn't understand football. I don't know how to explain that, but he doesn't understand.
The difference, I can tell you the biggest difference between Jackson and now we're using Mudryk as an example. Now, when Jackson, at the beginning, when things weren't working out for him, remember, he used to miss 1,000% chances, goals, whatever it is. Even though he was missing all that, but if you notice, he was working so damn hard. Unbelievable, running up and down, never stop running, work hard for the team. He said, okay, I can't score, but I will set up chances for my teammates. And he worked, and then eventually all that hard work started paying off. Remember, he became almost, was he top scorer or something? And but Mudryk, it doesn't always, his work rate is not always, yes, you'll run once and twice up and down the touch line there, but the end product is useless. And he's just like, what is his position? He looks good when you play him in the middle, strange enough. At the wing, he doesn't look very good. In the middle, he was beginning to shine. And it would be interesting to see if he could play together with Nkunku in the middle. That could be quite interesting if they can have a sort of like partnership in the middle there. But playing him on the left wing like Maresca has been doing, nope, that's not his position. He's just not good there. As you said, he needs like five acres of space just to be able to put on his turbochargers and run past defenders. And even when he does that, the cross or the pass or it is the last touch is always very suspect. So what's the point? Sometimes I think even other teams, they actually leave him. They on purpose let him run. Remember like how used to be with our friend there, Timo Werner. Tim Werner, other teams, they figured out, don't chase this guy, don't use so much energy, because first of all, he's unbelievably quick, you can't catch him. But even if he gets one-on-one, but his finishing is so terrible, his end product is so bad, you don't really need to close him down that much compared to the other guys in the middle, if you know what I'm saying.
Yes, sir. Let me read some of the comment here so everybody can feel involved in the conversation. Feel free to call us. I'm still here for at least 50 to 40 more minutes. Mr. OK or Oki, good afternoon to you. Mr. Shekut said he said that I want Max Beier, the guy from Germany. Yeah, Chelsea fans always want to. Ask yourself what position he's gonna play. He's like a number 9 over there, and you have Giu. You're working on Osimhen. You still have Jackson. You have Nkunku, who can be a false 9 and stuff. You ask yourself, it's okay to buy, but what for? What really? What next? Mr. Nick said that Osimhen is not coming. Well, let's wait and see. Nobody knows. Jackson seems reliable. Yeah, Jackson is good. And I think they can work together with Osimhen though. And I think Jackson might play more from the left-hand side as an inverted winger. So Osimhen from the middle. Because from that left-hand side, we have nobody. Sterling is very, very lazy. The last time people praised him, oh no, he got us a penalty, look at him. It just tells you the level already, like, you know, it's like in the blind kingdom. Everybody is blind and you have just like one eye. And you are like the king over there because you can see something. So that tells you even his level already. Like in a poor performance like that, anybody that do okay, we tend to praise that person like, oh my goodness, look at this. Hello, we pay you $350K a week, bro. Finish those chances. Just hitting the post, not tracking back. We'll score a free kick once in a while here and people go crazy. I told you so, Raz. It just tells you the level. Just okay performance becoming something to worship. Tayo say, oh, it's cold in Kentucky. I told you, I said it at the beginning, it's very cold inside. Outside is like 80 degrees, right? Like it's boiling outside. My people are still sleeping before they come and bombard me here. I can't turn the AC down because they're gonna get on me. I'll be in big trouble. Me, I don't feel the heat that much. But all of them here at home, oh my goodness. Even during winter, yes, during winter they put the air conditioning on. It's working. For them, it's good. And they want me to take them to slide in the snow. I'm struggling. I'm pretending as I'm enjoying. What? Mr. People's Republic, you are playing something.
Sorry about that. I don't know what happened.
You are watching like Arsenal fan TV or something? Like Kelechi talking behind or something.
They're only funny when they're losing. When they're winning, they're not funny.
Tayo said, can we get rid of Mudryk already? It's easy to say than done. How can you get rid of Mudryk? You need somebody to take him, that first of all. Somebody to accept to pay 100K every single week and give you 88 million transfer fee that you put on him. So it's not that easy. You can try to send him on loan, pay half of his salary, and then if he finds a little bit of form, you can try to negotiate some kind of transfer with payment over the years. But I don't think Chelsea can get their money back from Mudryk. Gallagher is better winger than Mudryk. Yeah, you can say so. Gallagher at least got football IQ. He can cop. He can understand. He can understand what the deal is. But that brother, Mr. Mudryk doesn't understand anything. Mr. Jaga Kamara, are you from what country? Sierra Leone or I don't know. Senegal? No, this is not Senegal flag. Gambia or somewhere. I know that it could be that flag could be from West Africa somewhere. Mr. Blue Eyes, I'm gonna say hi to you a little bit. Let me just read some comment here so everybody can feel involved in the discussion. Ogs, your people are called blood. Yeah. I wish I was with them. Blue Eyes lives in Florida, right? He's in the middle of the heat almost the entire... What the heck? Some bags already coming here. In the middle of Miami heat. That is where he's from. Okay, off heat. You didn't do good in basketball, so sit down. Sit down and watch the Celtic doing their thing.
It is only the Miami Heat that will make me trust the process.
Oh, okay, Miami Heat. Okay, Mr. Bertrand said that Chelsea want to win trophy this season or next season. We should buy Osimhen, then go for aggressive winger instead of buying a bunch of kids. Oh, he already deleted that thing. Tayo said that smash the like, people. Yes, smash the like. Tayo, big up Blue Eyes and People's Republic. All right, Blue Eyes, how is going this morning, sir?
Good morning, good morning. Tayo, my brother, good morning. People's Republic, good morning.
Good afternoon, Mr. Blue Eyes. I was just talking about you before you joined.
Oh, really? What did I do now?
I only speak positive things about people when they're not around. Never negative.
Good. Ogs, my brother, how are you?
Yeah, just woke up with this Osimhen stuff, and I still have mixed emotions. I don't know how really I feel. I don't want to be a hypocrite, right? Let me tell you the truth. I'm not a big fan of Osimhen. But in terms of a human being, he's my own brother, Niger brother, right?
Absolutely.
No problem. But in terms of football, I'm not convinced about his football. I like more Boniface football
I know.
than Osimhen. Yeah. But that doesn't mean that I don't want him at Chelsea. If he comes, I would tell you here that he's better than Haaland. He's the best thing that ever happened to Chelsea. Because that's what I do with all my boy. When you sign, even if I didn't like you, I will praise you, hype you. Because that is my duty, to hype you, give you confidence. Yep. But right now, I don't know if this is what we need. And especially the system that we play right now. We killed the wingers. We killed the fullbacks. No more crosses. How he's going to score those headers? I don't know. You tell me, bro.
I hear you. Well, first things first. They say, nobody will say their mother's soup is not the sweetest. So first things first, it looks like we're building a Super Eagles team at Chelsea, and I love it. we're gonna have Osimhen, we're gonna have Mudryk, we're gonna have
Tosin is there,
and Leslie
Ugochukwu and Chukwuemeka. Yeah,
exactly. So we're building a Super Eagles team, which is a thing of joy. However, I almost concur with you based on my choice of style of striker. You understand? I like a striker that runs all over the place. Osimhen is a different format of a striker. And like you, I will go for Boniface before I go for Osimhen. However, this is if this happens, Ogs and People's Republic, ladies and gentlemen out there, if this happens, this is a kind of a statement of intent, and it's necessary for the neighbors around us to shiver a little bit, if that makes sense. And the structure in which the deal is being constructed is what I like the most.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Stroke of genius. You bring him. None of us thought about the loan idea. I'm not sure if it's come down to obligation or option.
It's still in discussion between obligation and option. I would like more option.
Exactly. But they might, depending on what the offer is with Lukaku. And it looks like they're kind of scared that Osimhen might take us to Champions League. They want to do a kind of what do you call it? Force our feet to the fire to buy him if we get to Champions League. But listen, it's a statement of intent. So Chelsea fans out there should be excited. This is the first deal that if it gets executed and completed, that says we are ready to play now.
Okay. But Mr. People's Republic here is going to contradict you. You know, me and you, we like to go back and forth.
No problem.
We are brothers. We are brothers, and debate is healthy and good.
Absolutely, but hit me, please. Go ahead. Because
sometimes we Chelsea fans, we are, like if you go, it's a bit like you go to the supermarket, and you can go shopping. You see some food, and you buy it with your eyes. You think, looks nice. I'm going to buy it, but you never get to eat it because when push comes to shove, you think, I wasn't really that hungry anyway. But you bought it because you saw it. It looked nice and it looked very inviting. And for me, this is part of the Chelsea business. All these players, we just buy players because I think, Osimhen, a big name. Whoa, well, he's a tall guy, whatever. But I so much agree with Mr. Oakes there was saying that this guy is probably not suited. I don't think he's the kind of striker we need at Chelsea. We need one of those. That's the other guy he was mentioning, the strong centre forward. Boniface, a strong, powerful one who can hold the ball back, a bit like Lukaku 2-0. And
Boniface does more than that. He can participate to the game.
Exactly. He drops deep.
He dropped deep just like Harry Kane. Defensively also solid because of his size.
The only thing about not Boniface, Osimhen, right? Yeah. Is that anytime he's on the field, you're guaranteed that there's two defenders on him. So, what does that imply?
Them busy.
Exactly. What does that imply? Open spaces.
Yeah, but what kind of striker is he? Is he one of those counter-attacking strikers?
That's a good question. Let me tell you what kind of striker he is, in my opinion. And please, ladies and gentlemen, correct me if I'm wrong. For me, he's an orange orange cone in the middle of the highway striker. He's the what do you call it? He's the cathedral. I think Ox uses that analogy as well. He's the cathedral in the village. He's the guy that he's a static.
The church in the middle of the village.
Exactly. Thank you. He's the church in the middle of the. Thank you, Ox. He's the church in the middle of the village. Everybody has to find him. Now, how does that revolutionize what Maresca is trying to do?
Yeah.
And the question I want to lodge to Chelsea fans out there is: are we ready to? There are two structures of scoring goals. The one structure is you democratize. All your front guys score like 10, 15, kind of like what we did last year. 10, 15, 12 with 10 assists. So GA total about 17. You can get that. Or you dry all those up and you have one striker that scores 35 goals. So you have to think about that one.
Yeah, but if you have that system there, you with one striker, Harry Kane style, there with 85 goals, whatever, blah blah.
Yeah.
This is the Premier League. Premier League is very vicious. They got analysis, they got data specialists, they got whatever. They will figure you out so damn quickly. And if you're just relying on the one striker, and once they figure out how to defend you, for example, Haaland, then where do your goals come from? If you change the system to suit. To fit one player. I just thought that the system we had last year, where the goals were coming left, right, and center from every Tom, Dick, and Harry, was so much harder to defend against. When
exactly
when he finally found the magic formula, our friend Poch.
Yeah,
and it took him time, but eventually we saw once he got rid of Enzo, that's when things started to cook. And what now? This guy with no plan B, he has no idea of what, he only knows one style. what is he going to do once the goals are flying in at the back there? We don't know how to defend, and the defense is just completely exposed because the midfielders.
Let me ask you a question then. How different is Osimhen from Jamie Vardy?
Jamie Vardy.
Yeah.
Speed. Vardy is faster.
No, don't say that loud, please. Don't say that loud. Osimhen is 10 times faster. Don't say that loud.
No,
he's a pace merchant. He can run. The thing, you know what? You make a good point. Osimhen's runs are outbursts. He doesn't run all over the place. It's when there is danger, he will run and go get that ball. He picks and chooses his battles when it comes to running. Oh no, he's a beast when it comes to pace.
Wait, you say his runs. I'm very interested to hear.
Yeah.
When his runs, are they outward runs? Are they the middle runs? Which is it? Where does he like to run?
Behind the defenders.
Exactly. Behind it. Thank you very much.
But the problem we have with that is it's not the system we play now. And that's why I said he might be set to failure. I don't believe he's a bad player. It's just not my style. It doesn't mean that he can't bang 30 goals in the Premier League in the right system. Imagine if Poch was still there. And we are popping those balls from every angle. Rhys James from the right, whatever we're going to sign from the left. Yeah. And, Cole Palmer with those over-the-top passes. This guy is going to score 30 goals easy. The problem now, we don't play behind the defenders anymore. Even McGew is making those runs. There is no service because the coach told them to only score perfect goals. On the floor, perfect goals. And that is also one of... And I just hope that he's gonna change a little bit, be a little bit hybrid, just like Pep Guardiola, take the next step, use him as Haaland, and just mix up things.
Thank you. You know what you brought? That's exactly what was going to be my next point. However, for everything that Oggs just said, guess what the safety net is?
What?
It's a loan deal. And it puts Chelsea's feet to the fire. It puts Napoli's feet to the fire. And most importantly, ladies and gentlemen, it puts Osimhen's feet to the fire.
Yes, he needs to earn his stay at Chelsea.
Exactly. It puts his feet to the fire. So now, again, back to what Oggs was saying. How can Maresca work around this guy? Is Maresca really a one-trick pony?
That is my fear. That is my fear.
Exactly. And these guys must have sat with Maresca and said, hey, we're looking at Osimhen. You better find a spot for
Find
him.
a way to get the best out of him.
Osimhen. Exactly. So think about what Guy is doing right now. Take him out and put Osimhen there. Is basically how you want to envision this. And for me, right, he's not my personal preference as a striker, but I respect players that attract at least 3 defenders. 2 to 3 defenders, because for the Nkunkus of the world, for the Chukwus of the world, for the Kopalmas of the world, these guys can always find a spot to slip the ball into the net when Osimhen is playing. So I think, listen, Oggs, I think it's a win-win situation, man. Especially when it's alone. It's alone, man. Think about Saul. Think about Saul.
Saul Niguez.
Yeah, think about Saul when he joined.
Yeah.
We tested him. He had some good games. He went 0 some games, and we sent him back.
Yeah. Just like Dennis Zakaria too.
Absolutely. Think about, you remember Higuain?
Yeah. Higuain.
Yeah. So, and listen, if Osimhen is serious and he wants Chelsea to buy him, he just has to perform.
You bang a lot of goals, you qualify us to the Champions League next season. You go to win the World Cup, Club World Cup with Chelsea next season. It's all good. You win the Europa Conference League. It's all trophies in your cabinet, bro. So how good is he in terms of injuries? Do you have any info about his injury record?
No, but internationally, when it comes to playing for back home, right? There's been some tournaments that he missed because of injuries. And then for Napoli, I think he had sort of a start-stop season last season with injuries as well. So,
and I saw him the other day on Instagram, bro. He wanted to kill somebody. He's like, I am not going to let anybody to disrespect me.
Oh, yeah.
He was like, it took his people, like his media team, to come and take the phone away from him and end the stream. That's how angry he was against.
It was this guy that told him to end the stream. Odion Igalo. Igalo said, dude, end the stream right now. The problem is he was frustrated. The Nigerian FA under Finidi George as coach at the time. I think Osimhen was under the impression that Finidi George let Nigerians know that some players are too big for the shirt. And Osimhen was thinking that Finidi George was implying that it was him. Meanwhile, Osimhen mentioned, based on the video, Osimhen called Finidi, told him he was injured from the hospital, but that he wanted to come and stay with the team and at least help the team, at least sit down and provide moral support. And Finidi says, no, you stay, you rest, blah, 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 blah. Then made the statement to the media team. That's what frustrated Osimhen, but I think that's water under the bridge now. They've been able to settle that, but yeah.
His injury record is good or bad?
His injury record right now, if it's based on last season, is suspect.
That means he'll fit right into Chelsea.
His injury record is suspect. However, I always feel that a player also has control over the injury. So I'm hoping that he's excited because it looks like he always wanted to come to Chelsea. He's a Drogba guy. Drogba is his mentor. He's a Drogba guy. It looks like he always wanted to come to Chelsea. So if you're coming to Chelsea, you're going to try and at least play around any injury scares.
Yeah, but we saw this with this guy, the Frenchman, Fofana. Is it French Fofana, the right back, the centre back from Leicester?
Yeah, exactly.
So we never learn Chelsea. We buy these injury-prone players, and we expect to come. We expect to come out smelling of roses. And this is just red flags already. I mean, the red flag there for me was, why is no other big team really? We're not really interested in buying the men.
Very good point.
Why?
It's not like they are not interested. Remember last season, that brother rejected a bigger contract than Cristiano Ronaldo in Saudi.
To go to Saudi. Yeah.
He could have bought an island for himself, buy 5 private jets, get like 1,000 wives, live like a king with wives. The kings in Africa, they got like 6 wives. He could have done that. Life is done. Life is good. Go to Saudi. The money that they offered him last season. He said no. So it's not, first of all, about money. And it's not because he's lacking somewhere to go. Because nobody in Europe is going to give him the contract that he deserves. Beside like PSG, and now Chelsea need to cook some kind of deals. Because we got rid of Malangsa. That is 120k a week saved, right? If we get rid of Gallagher, that is another 50k a week saved.
Yep, absolutely.
Chalobah might leave, another 50k a week gone there. We might get rid of few players, and we could afford to give him 250k.
No, it's a loan. What's his
for
salary
one
right
season?
Now? What's his salary? What's his salary right now? Does anybody know?
Victor Osimhen?
Yeah.
I don't know really.
Same here.
I think they gave him a new contract with an improved salary. So it might be more than 200k. No, it might be more, because that was like a guarantee so he can stay, and then next season he can leave. But now many teams in Europe can't afford, to pay him. Oh, they're already set. They already have their people, like Real Madrid. They have Mbappe already, Even PSG, they still have
his salary. He's getting 10 million euro, $11 million, 10 million euros per season, and his release clause is between 120 and 130 million euros.
Divide 10 million by 52 weeks, just rough number. I know that's not the formula, but
listen, we paid Graham Potter like 11 million a season.
£253,000.
Okay, so Oggs is right in the 250k range. But that was I'm not sure if that formula is right. I'm not sure, but yeah.
So we paid Graham Potter. We're still paying that guy 200K a week until when he got a job or something. So why wouldn't you pay 200K plus to Osimhen? Raheem Sterling is on 350. Lukaku, when he leaves, that is another 350 out of the books. So we can still afford, because at some point we're gonna have to overpay. No matter what the wage structure is, at some point you need to break it for certain players. Even here in the MLS, there are certain players called the designated players. Okay, so because you have a salary cap, and then you think Beckham, when Beckham came here, and then the Beckham rule need to apply because he's just a different guy. Messi is here, he's a different guy that deserve the money because of the attention the league is gonna get and how he's gonna make the league progress. So at Chelsea also, we're gonna have at some point to pay people more than our structure, our wage structure. And I think for one season, just to test the water, you can break it for Osimhen and then see what's gonna happen. He banged 30 goals, give him a new contract. Let's continue with him. Why not?
How much were they paying? You know, the guy we had on loan from Atletico Madrid, that guy who went to Barcelona, what's his name? Portuguese guy.
Who?
The so-called silky striker, one who didn't score any goals.
Joao Felix.
What was his wages?
Joao Felix, I don't know right now.
It was a big number, I think so.
But he took a salary cut to join Barcelona.
Wow.
Yeah, because Barcelona won't pay you 250K a week. No, ever. So he had to take a price cut to join. You know, many people who joined Barcelona, they went there because they love the club. They took a salary cut just to play for the club.
Listen, I always say this, guys. Sorry, Oggs, I know you were saying something. I always say this. I never look at, like they say, never count another man's pocket. People, especially Chelsea fans, are always concerned about how much players are paid, forgetting the fact that there are agents, salesmen that negotiate these deals for these guys. So I don't care, even if we're giving this guy 500 grand, Osimhen, it's a loan. It's a test and see structure. Now, I'm very curious to find out if it's option or obligation, like Og said. I want to find out what the fine print for this deal is. If it's option to buy, that's fantastic. Then you know it was a fantastic deal that was drafted. Obligation,
not so good.
Yeah, obligation is you have a guy in Osimhen that could end up being complacent. He knows, okay, you guys are going to buy me anyways. But this is a big player. This is a big ego player. So performance should be his highest priority right now, especially in a market where the eyes watching the game are double what he's been used to. So I'm pumped up. Listen, he's not my striker. You guys all know he's not my striker. Hurricane, Boniface.
Okay,
so ahead,
we have some breaking news here from Fabrizio Romano. He just talked to Osimhen agent, like live, right? So this is the breaking news from Fabrizio Romano. He said, like, breaking news: Osimhen agent calendar denies loan move for Osimhen. And he quoted that guy. I read about fantasy exchanges with Victor as if he was a package to be delivered quickly. This package is the top scorer of the third. Okay, what that even mean? Of the third Scudetto in the history of Napoli. Respect and stop fake news. So he's
Oggs and People Republic. You guys must be excited with that news.
We're very
what?
happy.
Excited about what?
About the fact that he might not be coming.
No, I mean this is a game though. This is a game that's been played. Agents are supposed to value their players and not being used as a make away for something, or like that is his job. That's what he's supposed to do.
I see what you're saying. Okay. Why are you making? my star boy a deal piece.
Yeah, a deal piece like, oh, he needs to go on loan or a package to deliver. He is defending his boy. It doesn't mean that it's not true, bro.
Okay, no, you explain. I didn't. I think you clarified it. That totally makes sense. I'll be very protective of my clients as well too. So okay, hey, either way, man. Either way. Yeah, go ahead.
Chelsea, that is the place where strikers come to die, and especially if you're a number 9. The history of Chelsea is littered with dead number 9s all over the damn show. So I wouldn't. If he comes, definitely do not wear that number 9 shirt. That's all I can tell him. Wear number 15 or 27 or whatever. Just don't take number 9. It's cursed at Chelsea, and I don't know why, but
we need somebody to break that jinx. We need someone to break that jinx.
It's not going to happen. We're not with this manager. This guy Moresca doesn't know what he's doing. So that guy, too much change in one go. It's a smart guy would have kept Poch's system and then built on that. Like sort of added to that for your own like version, but not like completely change, uproot everything and start from scratch. And then you play a team like Celtic and you look like you're like non-league football team, and you think, oh my God, this is not going to end well. I said the first game, fire him by halftime. Remember I said that? Everybody was laughing. And saw the last game. Well, let's see. They're playing this next game here. Is it tonight they're playing, or is it tomorrow? This other free stresses against South American team. If that ends badly, you come from the preseason with about 4 defeats, and then you go into the new season. Already your morale is down, your self-belief is gone. That is not a very good start. It could, but so we'll probably end up with Big Sam Allardyce or something, after the guy's fired, and then will be the laughing stock. But we'll think positive. We'll try to be positive, but I just don't think that bringing in all these players, so many players. It's 7 players. I think it's not very good, especially if you don't get rid of any. You got to get rid of some players. Fair enough. For whatever reason, they seem hell bent in getting rid of Gallagher for whatever reason. And Gallagher didn't do himself any favors at the Euros because he
did not.
He got his price tag went down.
Well, who did? Like, listen. Gareth Southgate is the guy who can turn a Champions League winner to a Sunday League player. Like
no. Hold on. No,
I'm telling you that. Yeah.
No. Hold on. Let's get this straight. Gareth Southgate gave Conor Gallagher a golden opportunity. You know why? Because Kobe Mainu ended the tournament in that position. When Trent, when he messed up, Gareth Southgate, I bet you called Conor and said, this is your chance. Conor went there and was hiding. He was hiding all over. I was hiding my face watching that game because I was ready to tell people, you see what I told you about Conor?
There you go. And
the next game, he got yanked. He got pulled out the team, and Kobe Mainu night and day.
So they went to win the Euros. Okay, let's say hi to Mr. Okafor. Mr. Okafor, are you there?
Okafor
or Okaf?
Okafor, what the man? This is my brother.
Okafor.
I'm fine.
Yes, what do you have to say, bro?
Yeah, what I want to say is let's give Osimhen a chance. I know he's a good player. I know he's one of the best strikers in the world. For me, I don't know anyone. Let's just give him a chance because what we are looking for is in our Shokoto now. The only thing is that we have what Napoli wants, and Napoli can. Let's just take him because that's the only thing.
Yeah, babies, the family first. Okay, finish talking to the family, and we're gonna put you through back again. So yeah, I don't know why we don't have to agree on everything. People got choices. Just because he's not my number 1 doesn't mean that I don't want him at Chelsea. There are choices in life, and I don't give people chances. I'm just talking and giving my opinion. Somebody else is gonna make decisions over there. So it's not because me and Ice are questioning certain things.
No, it is. We're part of the board.
You know, that doesn't mean that we hate somebody or we are part of the board and we're not gonna get the transfer done. That's what people don't understand. We're saying it respectfully. Respectfully, we don't come here, get him out. He's such no. We're just talking. We're just telling the truth. What we think is our own truth. The system we play at the moment is not gonna fit the brother.
It's absolutely.
And that's the problem, bro. You like red, I like blue, and we are the same family, and that's the problem. We don't have to agree on things.
Let me ask you guys, you and People's Republic, let me ask you a very football-related question.
Yes, sir.
What do you think, based on what you've seen thus far with the preseason, and maybe if you've looked at some of Leicester's games, I just watched a few highlights of Leicester's games because I got curious who this guy is. What do you think is the best formation to get started at Cobham?
People's Republic, go for it. I'm sending somebody a DM, Mr.
But this guy, the system, the Moresca system, okay, is quite simple. So basically, you need players who are safe on the ball. So in other words, players who are not going to lose the ball. If the players who have the ball at their feet can put a pass, whether it's sideways, backwards, whatever, but they just don't lose possession, then the system is very effective. Because it's a system built on patience, tiki-taka, pass until the opposition fall asleep, basically, until they make an error. Yes, it works, but who's 100% safe on the ball? The moment we lose the ball, we got against Celtic. It was so obvious. Lose the ball, building up, the midfield gets overrun, and there's the defenders. The defense gets exposed, and it makes the defense look terrible. Even though the defense is not that terrible, but if you don't get support from the midfield, all the midfield players we saw against Celtic, they were lazy. None of them backtracking, not a single one. And it was just easy. I mean, Celtic were thinking, well, are we playing Aberdeen? No, who the hell are we playing here? It was just too easy. And Moresca, he's probably going to have to play with wing backs or something, because we're going back to the dark old days of Chelsea not being able to defend, being overrun. So he's probably going to have to play with back five and same old. He'll probably copy he'll end up copying Pochettino's system. He'll try his system. He will say it's not working.
Yeah.
And then in order to save his job, he will panic and he'll go back to and implement the Pochettino system. And
I don't think so. Those kind of manager, they are so stubborn. They believe in playing A and more playing A. Like they don't really move to their. Remember, Sarri? We were losing like 6-0, 4-0, 5-0, and he said, Why should I change? Why? I have to see my football before I change. He continued to do the same. This kind of managers, they are so stubborn. And it's always pays off in the long run. But immediately, it's going to be a struggle. At the beginning, it's going to be a struggle. I wish that he could mix things a little bit. Bobby, I already DM you the link, so you can click on the link from your DM on Twitter if you can't get access from YouTube.
Actually, yeah. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. I wanted to respond to a comment by Kagimu Azizi Musa Kawia.
Okay.
Who suggested that we should go for Oli Watkins. Fantastic idea. Oli Watkins is my guy. You see, that's the kind of striker a guy that is enterprising, likes to, all over the place, runs behind the line. Even though Osimhen runs behind the line too, let's not get it twisted. He runs behind defenders. But yeah, Oli Watkins would be a fantastic option.
But Villa are not gonna let him go.
No.
He's the main guy over there. The project is already in a very, very advanced stage.
Exactly.
They are playing the Champions League. Life is good at Aston Villa, bro.
They picked up Amadou Onana, man.
Well, Amadou Onana is playing there. They got Madsen. They got some good players from every single position. I think I don't think he's gonna accept to come to Chelsea, and I don't think Villa are gonna sell him. That's not gonna happen.
No, I know.
There was Ross Barkley joined as well.
Yeah, Ross Barkley, experience.
Villa, man. Yeah. Yes.
Okay, Bobby, what's going on, bro? Unmute yourself, Bobby. We can't hear you.
Yeah, big up, guys.
Wow, Bobby.
Morning.
It's really been a while. Listen, I just enjoy listening these days more than jumping on many platforms. But though yours is always one I enjoy.
Thank you.
As you all know, I've been trying to get my health fixed, and I'm back on track.
Yes,
but
sir.
I was hearing some things that I just had to respond. I just had to say something. I don't. Is it People's Republic of Fiolo? Whatever.
Yes, yeah, People's Republic. Yeah.
Yeah. Look, how can we? 2 games into the preseason with a brand new manager, with a whole bunch of players still just getting their feet back, many of which did not even play in the season because of injuries. You're talking of players like Romeo Lavia. You're talking of players like Wesley Fofana. You have players in and out with injury and never quite fit for the season, like Nkunku,
yeah,
like Badiashile. You've got Chukwuemeka. You've got Reece James himself, just really coming back from injury and finding match fitness. Ben Chilwell, there you go. I mean, the roll call continues. We were carrying 14, 15, at one time up to 18 injuries in a game last season. We know it was the root cause more than anything else of our poor performances, and still we ended up 6th. Look, we can't start making totalitarian statements like, oh, look at his tactics, he hasn't done this, he hasn't done that. Celtic are way ahead in their preparation. They're a settled team. They have a Champions League qualifying game next week. They had to be ahead of us. We're doing the right thing by playing these teams that are fitter and are far ahead in their preparation for us to beef up our preparations. It was clear our players were not fit. You could see them heaving and puffing, hands on hips, all that sort of thing. That's what preseason is for. And I think it is extremely disingenuous. I mean, goodness me, I don't know Maresca. I'm watching him. I'm just waiting to see what happens. But to start hammering the guy when he hasn't even had a team for, I think that was his second week, the second game we played against Celtic. Come on, guys, give us a break. People love to slam and attack Chelsea at every little thing. We are perhaps the most impatient, the most self-sabotaging group of fans out there in high-level football. Goodness me. And we expect the ownership to give these people time. And we're talking like this? The guy has barely started. The players are getting fit. They're all beginning to try and get used to his system. Give him a chance. Let him at least get through pre-season before you start attacking the guy. 2 games in? No. Either there's a lack of understanding of how football works, or I don't know what it is, but this kind of standard, I mean, crikey, Celtic beat Man City in their first game. I think Man City have lost all their pre-season games, and they're the English champions with a settled team. Come on, how can we be talking like this? This is the reason I came on this platform. I thought, I love Orgs, the guy has my respect fully, and he's so open-minded. He allows us all to talk. And believe you me, although I'm rebuking you, you do have this type of People's Republic. You do have every right to speak it as you see it. Absolutely. I will support that forever. But when you put it out there, it's there to be shot at. And boy, am I shooting at it because I think you're wrong.
Good, good.
Respect.
But I respectfully, I of course we respect your opinion, and this is what the beauty of football is. We have different viewpoints. We see games different, and what we saw, you can say, Celtic is well advanced in preparations. I can buy that and I can accept that. But I saw Wrexham. I saw against Wrexham, who was not even what would they play, the championship, and there's no hiding.
They were advanced in preparation as well. They're way advanced in preparation than us. They don't have injured players coming back trying to get into fitness. We hammered them 5-1 last year. This year 2-2. Okay, we even looked the better team, as unfit as we are. I think we have to give these guys a chance. It's not about how you see the game. It's about what is actually happening. And we've got to acknowledge what is actually happening. I don't like losing, trust me. But I'm a realist as to our preparation.
I can acknowledge that those guys, the players, that didn't have a clue what they were doing. They didn't understand the system. They just did not know what was happening in the field. That was the problem I have with that. I don't know. He speaks otherwise excellent English, unlike the guy before him. So there's no excuses. But either the system, they don't understand it, or they're trying to learn it. But they better learn damn quick.
We're still confused on that pitch. I think my problem with that is it's going to take time to gel. But
that's
expectation.
True. And most of our top players weren't there. They're still not there. Your likes of Palmer, Enzo just came yesterday. Caicedo, although he's there, he was benched. Cucurella, there you go. I mean, he doesn't have all his hard hitters, but you're right, they did look confused. They're learning the system and they're trying to get fit, so that's acceptable in my humblest opinion. Really.
Listener.
Yes.
If Enzo Maresca doesn't have tough skin, then he's not ready for this job. Nope. He hasn't even seen fire yet. Let me tell you. That's why we're Chelsea. And remember, Og, I said it in your stream, couple streams ago. I said that these guys, Todd Bowley and co, are brilliant, shrewd businessmen. Their mission is to get rid of impatient fans like myself and People's Republic, so that they can now build a community of so-called trust the process kind of fans.
Arsenal fans, old Arsenal fans.
And but you know what? In business sense, it makes sense, because now you have a choir that will support any acquisition and any football decision you make. The problem is,
how can they get rid of you? They can't get rid of you. You're part of Chelsea.
You know why? You know why they could get rid of? That's a fantastic question. You know why they could get rid of me? Is I'm looking at my habits as a fan when Chelsea games are coming, and I've noticed that my habits have dwindled. I used to follow every news update. I used to try to find out trades. I used to look at every player. That has all dwindled. And trust me, I think it's shrewd business that these guys are conducting here. Because right now, I think I won't cry and shout if I miss watching Chelsea versus Man City. I think I won't care that much anymore.
Okay,
go ahead.
The next game is going to be in Atlanta, Georgia, Mercedes-Benz Stadium, people, if you're going to be around. And Osimhen, just reminding people what is trending on social media. Osimhen agent came out a few minutes ago to say he's not like a package delivered by UPS or something. He's a human being, and I'm hearing about exchanging this and that. That is not happening. It's fake news. He's trying to protect the value of his client, and you can't blame him for saying that. So we're going to have to wait a little bit and see if... Bobby, we haven't heard from you about Osimhen.
Yeah.
What is your opinion about him?
Yeah, that's interesting breaking news. I think this is all part of the negotiation, and what happens when you have agents that are very prominent in the negotiation. The good thing I like about this is that Chelsea are in a take it or leave it position. Because we've done some big spending over the past year and a half. We're not really desperate for a striker. He would be the icing on the cake, and he would be desirable. It would have been great to have that loan deal, but since that's off the table, we're not going to spend ridiculous money in wages or ridiculous money in purchase price. There's no need. Now, there was a question yet again raised by People's Republic as to why aren't other teams really interested, and even PSG has kind of gone lukewarm to cold. The reason being is that the new financial rules, especially with FFP and particularly with PSR, that has introduced one new set of rules which has brought it down to your ability to spend being within 70% of your revenue. And next season, they're going to put the algorithm based on the lowest earning club in the Premier League as a salary cap on players, and certainly new players coming in. So, and of course, the PSR regulations about spending at all has made particularly English clubs reluctant to go over that 100 million mark and so on. You know, somebody might towards the end of the transfer window decide, okay, I have no competition here, let me drop 100 million. But people are trying to avoid that nonsense that happened to Chelsea last season when we were negotiating Moises Caicedo. Brighton were pushing for 100 million. We were pushing for about 80, 90. When we cornered them and they were about to buckle, Liverpool came and dropped 111. Remember that? They tried us. You know, and we thought, we ain't having this. You want to play the money game? You know, we can flex money muscle as well. We dropped 115 and walked away with a player. I mean, I'm simplifying a more complex situation. The player certainly didn't want to go to them. If he had wanted to, maybe he would have gone. But he said, look, he's already agreed to Chelsea and he came to us. The point in question is people don't want to do this anymore because of FFP, including Chelsea. Chelsea feel they have flexed their financial muscle enough where they need to. And right now they don't need to, and they're right. So Osimhen may still go for 100 plus million, but it's unlikely. Nobody is that interested. Even the PSG, owned by a nation state, doesn't want to do it. So Napoli know that his asking price must come down. He, of course, is in a peculiar situation, which I must say he created himself, because he shouldn't have signed that contract extension. He could have gone last season if he didn't, but he decided to, and has snookered himself a bit, and put himself at the mercy of Napoli rather than control his own destiny. Now, the money he's looking for, I don't think anybody, you know, PSG, if PSG are kind of lukewarm about it, after having got rid of all the wages of Mbappe and are free to spend more but don't want to spend more because of football regulation, not easily, I think he would also have to start looking at accepting lower wages. Now, he's on those wages at Napoli as it is. So if he drops his wages, he's going to feel very aggrieved. And of course, his agents are going to be angry because their cut will drop as well. So he's in a very, very disadvantageous situation. He has to negotiate, or he'll find himself sitting on the bench for the rest of his contract with Napoli, which isn't good for him as well. Or he may have to accept what the Saudis have to offer. Which at his age, I don't think is really good for his career. He's slightly a bit too young for that right now. And there's still a lot for him to achieve in Europe. So let's see what happens. But it looks like PSG are walking. And certainly that Chelsea are not going to be bullied into dropping these serious sums of money. We're offloading our wage bill, not trying to add to it. Now,
Bobby,
if that loan deal happened, he may have been paid some of the money. Yeah, sorry.
Two-pronged question. One, the first one, I'm hearing that Barcelona is looking to offload 7 players to buy that guy, the left winger from Spain,
Nico Williams. Yeah, they're broke as crazy. They need to sell before they buy. But go on.
But if what you're saying, which I understand 1,000% is correct about the wages and the FFP, how come Real Madrid can just keep buying these players and keep paying the ridiculous wages where everybody else is?
That's a very good question. And there's something people aren't noticing. First of all, I'll say this, the truth of the matter is that Real Madrid's revenue is huge. They are a global giant in football. They are consistently getting Champions League money. And more often than not, they go all the way and getting the full prize money. They pick up money from the World Club Cup, although the next one, I'm praying Chelsea get that prize money. They are consistent in their value. They've rebuilt their stadium into a state-of-the-art stadium, so their gates are now coming back. They didn't do and didn't need to do what Barcelona did and pull financial levers left, right, and center and mortgage their future. And they are still getting at least their piece of the pie of the TV rights in Spain, which a club like Barcelona has completely lost because they use that for their financial levers. So one thing people aren't noticing is that Real Madrid aren't really spending on players. Mbappe came and they are spending on his wages what the season before they were going to spend anyway and pay his purchase price. But now they don't have to pay a purchase price because he went on a free. So all the money that they're spending in terms of his wages, they would have spent anyway, and just gave him a paltry sum for sign on. So Madrid are playing a very, very smart game. Look at that. See that defender they want, and they're saying, "Look, we want you, but you know what? If you can't negotiate something with your club, we'll just wait for your contract to end next season." Now, if you want to come to Madrid, who is it? No, it's not. It's not like that. They're saying to this guy, if you want to come to Madrid, you will wait till next season when your contract expires. They're playing that sort of game, and good luck to them. I say, I don't want success for Madrid. They're part of our rivals, although not this season until the World Club Cup. But they're not splashing the cash as they used to, because even the mighty Real Madrid is slightly hamstrung by financial regulation, just like everybody else. Look at Newcastle. Newcastle can't do SHIT now upon being owned by an Arab nation. They can't spend the money they've got. Why? Because they don't have the revenue. They have to sell to buy. So PSR, FFP, all these things have made people a little weary. And I think Napoli were too greedy when they thought, oh, people are spending 100 million last season. They didn't look ahead to see that the layer of the land has changed. And they've kind of made it very difficult for Osimhen. I think a negotiation will be made for Osimhen at a much cheaper price than was initially asked for, and lower wages.
But it sounds like all this FFP, which is like completely gone out the window, really taken off. In many ways, sounds like they've really started to implement it to stop Newcastle, to stop all that Saudi government fund for Newcastle becoming a huge juggernaut and just basically destroying football, or whatever you want to call it, depending on what eyes you look at it. And but still, that said, Madrid's not spending money on transfers, fair enough, but they're still got a wage bill. Those guys, they're not on 50K a week. I'm sure some of them on 200-300K a week. So This is the problem Chelsea had. We had the same problem that our wages are way too high, so we have to sell hotels to ourselves and what have you to balance the books. But Real Madrid, yes, they use their stadium to play tennis events and wrestling and I don't know what else are they doing in that new stadium. But surely they can't make enough revenue to offset
that
the wage structure.
I mean, Real Madrid are sailing close to the wind. They're not going to come and tell you that. But they are sailing very close to the wind, and their accountants are working hard. Will they be hit by financial regulation? They'll probably just about find a way to avoid it, but are they being careful? The fact that they are not spending big money on player purchases is testament to the fact that they're being careful. as careful as they can be. Is their wage bill a financial pressure? Oh, definitely. Definitely. They'll rather not spend that much money, but they're in it now because these guys are all contracted. So they have to see it through. And honestly, they have to find a way or they will face punishment like everybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, were these regulations set up to inhibit clubs like Newcastle and so on? Probably, but their initial target was Chelsea, and now they found that there are more Chelseas per se and Abramoviches, even richer ones out there, and so they've put these regulations there. Is it a good thing or a bad thing? Time will tell. But is it here to say? Most definitely. Is it affecting financing in football? Absolutely. You're going to find a situation where why do you think Chelsea in its multi-club system are trying to harvest young players from all over the world? They've just opened a branch in Africa and so on. People are trying to bring in their players from the youth, from the grassroots, rather than go and purchase at the upper echelons where they're so expensive. And the last thing I'll just say quickly before I drop is that oh gosh, my mind, my trend of thought. I was going to drop a very important point about all this.
You can always come back, bro. Don't worry.
Yeah. Oh, see, when you talk too much, you just miss your trend of thought. It was just something to do with the fact that the regulation is really being complied to, and that nobody wants the point deductions that they have shown to be very, very serious about. And my final point. If you notice, players and agents are beginning to jump ship from Man City. Drip, drip, drip. These guys are looking to bail out. Because come September, I cannot see any way. They tried that trick of, we're going to take you to court. What you're doing is illegal. We'll go to the Court of Arbitration for Sports. But the fact that clubs like Everton, Forest, etc., have been hit with points deductions, the fact that they have committed accounting fraud because there were laws within the system that they joined, and they breached them. They hid their books, they cooked their books. They're not going to get away with it. They're going to be hit hard. They'll survive because they've got the money to survive, but no way. They're not getting away with this. And so players are beginning to see that, and many of them want out.
Yes, sir. So, people, we still have 15 minutes here. I have to beat the traffic, go make some money. Mortgage interest is going up and up and up. So, 15 minutes, we're going to go around, and Aziz, say good morning. And if you have something to say, brother, let's go.
I'm listening to good morning. I'm listening to you guys. I'm listening to you guys' education. You guys really eating the point about this FFP and stuff like that. But what I want to say is that, have you ever noticed that Madrid, for the past 3 or 4 years now, they are not really buying players? Like, most of their players come in for free.
Yeah,
look at Rudiger.
Well, technically,
Rudiger too came into Madrid for free. You forgot it?
Yeah. Mbappe also just moved for free.
Yeah, so
on paper for free, but it could be like an agent fee and sign-on fee.
No, they'll pay agent fee regardless
but,
of
before I forgot, that free things, I think Madrid are doing some illegal stuff behind clubs' back, because they're gonna come to you. For example, let's say Reece James, how many years left on your contract? Okay. 3 years, for example. Don't sign a new contract. You're gonna come to us, we're gonna pay you this and that, and this is the best club in the world. Look at our Champions League winner, blah 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 blah. And then you just don't understand how they always get players very cheap or for free. I think and it's illegal to talk to players behind the club's back. So they're talking to agent, they prepare their coup d'etat for a long period of time, and boom, the player don't want to sign a contract. Now it pushes that club to sell on cheap or he's gonna live on free. So that is my conspiracy theory here. But anyways, if you wanna continue, yeah, I've been talking about
tampering.
Yeah, tampering. That's the word. You see, people who know English can tell you exactly what the thing is. So
the moral of the story. The moral of the story with what Ox just said is just win championships. Everything else will take care of itself. Just win.
Just win.
Just win championships. Everything else, whether you're being called, look at City. Look at City. How many times it looks like these guys want to go after City, hook, line, and sinker, but still.
Remember before under Abramovich, there was some years ago, Chelsea used to do something similar, whereby we get all those players mostly for free.
Like who?
I remember when in 2008 we got Pizarro for free. We got what's this guy we gave our number 10 shirt? This English player, Sidwell,
yeah,
for free from Reading.
Well, it was rare cases, but we were
Chelsea
not going behind people's back. It's just like Tosin ran his contract. He wanted to go to Newcastle. Chelsea came the last minute, got him. But Real Madrid, you see them.
It's Real Madrid, for Christ's sake. It's Real Madrid. 14 times or 15 times Champions League winner.
That's the problem. That's the influence they have.
Because we don't, Chelsea or any of these clubs don't have the bargaining chip. That's what you call bargaining chip. We don't have it.
We absolutely do not.
We don't have if you have a bargaining chip, you will flex your muscles.
No, but
on all those players.
Don't you think we used to have a bargaining chip?
We used to have a bargaining chip before, but until all these American people came. Let's go back to when we had chance to get Rafinha, Lewandowski. But Barcelona with no money, but they have bargaining chip. They still got them. Even with Chelsea with the
what about Olise? Simple.
You see what I'm saying? Look, this Bayern, for Christ's sake. We know Bayern had a bad season. But because of the bargaining chip, you know how many times they win the Bundesliga? I can't even count. I can only say maybe like twice in my whole life that I've been watching Bayern. I can say maybe twice I've not seen them winning the Bundesliga in a while.
That's because Harry Kane is there.
That boy brought his losing mentality course to that. So sometimes you must have. You just have to have the bag. Okay, when Bayern Munich and Chelsea wanted to get Harry Kane, who did Harry Kane go to? Bayern. You just have to have that bargaining chip. Yeah, I'm a big boy, big club mentality. We don't have it. We've lost it, and that was one thing I'm always going to credit Abramovich for. He made Chelsea a ruthless and a big club, whereby we don't take no for an answer. We're not going to be begging you to come and sign for us.
Yeah.
It's either you sign or you don't.
That's the way it is.
You understand what I'm saying? So now that we have 8 more years to go with these people. I'm already counting 8 more years.
We're gonna get better. We're gonna bring the power back to the bridge. Don't worry, Mr. Gordon. You are been waiting for 10 minutes. What do you have to say? And remember, we still have 10 minutes to close this. I have to drive to cross the big bridge to Indiana, cross the Ohio River. So tonight we have a show. Yeah. Manchester City are playing against Barcelona. So I'm gonna be live. It's gonna be late overseas where Bobby is, but I'll be here because it's gonna be the right time. I'm back home relaxing, everybody is sleeping, and I'm watching the game. So I'll go live just to talk to people because I enjoy talking to people. Gordon, let's go.
All right. Good morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are. I don't know what subject you guys were on, but I was wondering. I'm seeing Osimhen. I used to be one of the advocates for Osimhen, but I'm kind of leaning more towards Tony. This guy is making 20K. I see why he was gambling in the first place. So I'm asking, if you offer this guy 70K, you think he would come to Chelsea?
You be Chris. Why you have the guy like this?
Yeah, that is a good
Yeah,
shout.
he's earning 20K. I was really surprised. I said, no doubt, this guy is gambling.
But yeah, you give me that money every single week, my brother. I'm not gonna gamble. I'm
That's
gonna
true.
be
That's true for you.
A good boy. Still good money, but I know what you mean. Compared to the people in his level, compared to Malang Sarr on 120K every single week. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. Ivan Toney is a good shout, but I think Brentford also are looking for crazy amount of money. I heard that it could be 70 to 80 million. That's what I heard. Speculation, of course. But Tony, proven in the Premier League, powerful, strong. But the kind of football that we are playing now, I'm not too sure that Maresca is gonna fit him in the system. But you never know. Yeah.
You know, sometimes I don't agree with this thing that they say like, oh, Gallagher won't fit into Maresca's style of play. Is there a skill that is not coachable? I saw Makelele as a young kid playing as a number 9, and then I saw him playing
used to bang goal when he was at Nantes. Yeah,
exactly.
I still remember. I was a kid back then, and Claude Makelele. Yeah.
So, I mean, can it not be coachable? Why not?
Yeah, why not? Let's see if he's gonna be more flexible, coach. Maybe now.
But you know what?
Yeah.
This is what I'm thinking. Chelsea are not. I don't think Osimhen is going to go to Chelsea. Chelsea are going to succeed in sending Lukaku away, and then they'll go and find Omorodion. Omorodion is going to come, or some 17-year-old is going to come in there and stack that number 9 with inexperience. I think that's what Chelsea is going to do. If Osimhen comes, well, I wanted him before. Now I kind of like, why get Osimhen? There's Tony there. He's equally good. He can score a penalty without looking at where he wants to kick the ball. You know what I mean? You see that penalty. Let me give him a cameo here a little bit. That penalty that only looks at the goalkeeper.
Palma is there for the penalty duty. That's the problem. Yeah.
Anyway, but that's my choice. Bring Tony in.
I don't blame you. I respect that.
As for Chiesa, I'm looking at that place is stacked. But do we need that experience too a little bit? Do we need to have that experience there for the money? Come on. If you are getting Omorodion for 70 million, Chiesa, yes, he has injuries. Can his presence there be of some of use to those guys in there?
Okay, so that is a very good transition here because we still have 5 minutes to close the ship. So I'm going to ask everybody a question. We're going to go around the table.
Can I answer his question? Can I answer why I think he's talking sense the last caller? What is his name?
Yeah.
Is it Henry?
Yeah, Henry.
Henry's talking sense because this guy you're talking about, Ivan Toney, he actually offers Maresca a plan B. So if the boo-boos hit the fan and you don't run out of ideas, you can play long balls. This guy is very good at the head down the balls. It actually offers you a plan B. Cross balls, no, we know Chelsea. We just like to pass, try to play through the middle, never cross the ball, nothing, because we have nobody there to head the ball. So that's actually, as crazy as it sounds like a good idea.
Okay, so we're going to go around. I'm going to start by Blue Eyes. It's yes or no to a very short answer here. Conor Gallagher to Atletico Madrid.
No.
You want to keep him?
Absolutely. What? The best midfielder for Chelsea in the past calendar year? Obviously, I want to keep him.
Okay. Bobby, what do you think? Conor Gallagher. Bobby probably is busy.
I think Conor is going to be sold this time around. I've always liked Conor. I would have liked him to stay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just tired of all the, will he, won't he. If he's going to go to Atletico Madrid, I think that's probably the best option. And we move on.
Yeah.
What can you say? They're probably trying to cash in on him now because if he doesn't sign a contract extension, then
They're
next
gonna lose
season
money.
he's exactly.
Yeah.
So it's a practical deal.
Yeah, that's where it is. People's Republic, Conor Gallagher, yes or not? People's Republic probably is gone. He's tired of me talking and talking. Gordon.
No, Conor Gallagher, absolutely keep him because every club needs, and he gives the academy that little bit of hope that we still have someone, from here that represents the culture of the club. So I would keep him.
Definitely keeping him.
Yeah.
Okay. Bobby, do you have any deep dive when it comes to this guy, the new guy, Filip Jorgensen, the new goalkeeper? What is your first impression? Do you think he can do the job? Hello? I can't hear. Can anybody hear? Probably my foot. Wait.
So is that me?
Yeah, Bobby.
I can hear you.
Yeah. Bobby, I was asking you about the new goalkeeper, Filip Jorgensen. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I have to confess, I don't know that much about him. We're told he's good with his feet, he's good at stopping shots. He's not come here not to be the number one, so he's got to earn his place. Trouble is, he has no competition. If we're foolish enough to keep Sanchez, who's a terrible goalkeeper, then he's just going to walk it and keep walking it. I would rather we persist with the development of Georgi Petrovic. I think he's going to be an excellent goalkeeper. And if he's the number two behind Jorgensen, and Jorgensen is the player they say he is, then we should be okay in that department.
Yeah, I agree. So anything else you wanna add, my brother? Tonight I will DM you. Now from now on I will start just DMing you the link because it looks like it's complicated for you to get access from YouTube to click on the link. So tonight I'm back again for Barcelona against Manchester City. The reason why I will put that game on the screen just because I want to talk to people and then talking and then put that. But it's not like I'm going to focus on the game, but it is what it is. So I will send you a link. Anything else so we can finish the show? Bobby?
Just a really quick one about Henry talking about Paul and all that. You know me, I love Chelsea. I always defend my club. I think he's forgotten what happened last year during the sale and purchase of Romeo Lavia and Moises Caicedo. If that's not pull enough for him, then I don't know what is pull. Chelsea is still a name, whether we like it or not, whether we are not happy with the new project or not. It's still a name that most players would want to come and play for. What's his name? Oh gosh, the guy from Palace, the kid from Palace, the ex-Chelsea player.
Olise?
Olise.
Yeah.
Olise was all but set to come to Chelsea. It was Chelsea that decided they didn't want to pay his wages, so he went to who would. So I don't accept this. We don't have Paul. I just don't know. I just think yet again it's fans who are upset that we're not buying ready-made players, and that's not our target. It's not our focus. It's not the want of the current regime. And I think we have to go with it and see where it takes us out the other side.
Bobby, one small question before you go.
Yeah.
Was it a good or a bad idea to get rid of Pochettino? I was very sad that he left.
Yeah, I mean, at the time, I didn't want him to leave. But, if we are to believe what we are told, he wanted to leave. I don't think they actually sacked him like some fans are saying. They had a discussion. He agreed to go with the project. Then he wanted to go another way. And quite rightly, the sporting directors said, look, this is our vision. This is our plan. This is our direction. And that's where I am 100% sure the fallout was. They told him, look, you agreed to this. What's different? And he said, look, I want to do this. I want to do that. And I think they're showing strength. This is our direction. Take it or leave it. And he decided to leave it. So they shook hands and everybody moved on. I think the next place we'll see him again is probably the next England manager.
Wow. That is, but Mr. Oakes has always said Poch is a builder, not a finisher. So he will probably fit in straight into Gareth Southgate's mold, who's also
I think England really need a little bit of character, though. A little bit of like, Thomas Tuchel, Mourinho kind of, because you don't have time to babysit people in the national team. Somebody already did the job for you. You have to have that character. Go there, kill it. In the big tournament,
I won't hang my colors on that. I don't know, but I just can see them because they are looking to build youth and bring in youngsters, and he will be an extension of Gareth Southgate. Will he win silverware? Well, you're right. He's a builder, not a finisher. I don't know, but I don't know if they're going to go for him. People are even saying they're going to go for Graham Potter, which I can see happening. Somehow, I don't think they'll look at Tuchel. I'm not sure. We'll see. Time will tell.
Yeah, that is just a personal, sentimental. I'm not English, but we love English football, so we're kind of part of the culture. I would like to see somebody who, because this generation, they got very good players, but it looks like they are so soft. But anyways, it is what it is. Bobby, thank you so much for helping. Come back tonight if you have time, and much appreciate your help.
Thanks, Orgs. Thank you so much. Republic.
Nice to hear you, Bobby. Long time.
Thanks, guys. Thanks.
Thank you. All right, Mr. People's Republic, close the shop. We are out here.
We've already closed the shop with Bobby, so I just was hanging around.
Because I just took you back when I was giving words to anybody to say goodbye. You came back, that's why I say. But if you wanted me to say goodbye and then goodbye, I thought you came just to say
because
something.
I had my phone rang and it was my boss. So in this life, person who puts money in your pocket, you must always respect him. So
why not?
And so so that was what happened. So but hey, fantastic show today. I saw many people watching, fantastic, many comments, and very intelligent people as always you have on your show. So you're very blessed. So keep up the fantastic work.
Yes, sir. I will be back here if you still awake by that time. You work 4 o'clock in the morning, so don't worry. If you don't want to come, tonight, it's fine. Take a rest. We have many shows coming tomorrow. Also, we have a Chelsea game, so that's one you have to stay late, no matter what.
We need sleep. You can't come up to work with the 3 hours of sleep. It's not possible. And especially we're getting old. We need our sleep.
Sure.
Yeah, it is what it is. Yeah. Anyway, thank you for your fantastic program, and you guys enjoy.
No problem, my brother. Thank you so much, People's Republic, and thank you everybody for watching. Let me try to put the link for tonight. Remember, tonight we have Enzo Maresca press conference. Is gonna be on one of my channels, Green Turf or somewhere. And then let me see what I can do. I don't know if I can find the link right now so I can promote my next show. What is going on? I can't find anything. But anyways, what is happening to me? Let me see. Live streams, it's here. So tomorrow we have Club America against Chelsea. Tonight we have this one. Let me send the link. Let me take advantage of this moment. How even I can copy the link. Copy and put it in the comment section down below. Next stream. So next stream is gonna be tonight. What is happening with me? Okay. Paste. And then you can say next stream. Uh-oh. Okay, so that is the next stream, people. Tonight we're gonna be back here again for Manchester City against Barcelona game, but we will be talking about transfer news and all the good stuff about Chelsea Football Club and all the good stuff. God bless you, and I will see you in a little bit. On your way out, please smash the like button. Go to Green Turf YouTube channel and also GFC YouTube channel. You will find some good content. Blessings. We are out here, all right? Time to walk. Time to go and make some money.